What would you think if I told you that the deepest, most painful relationships you've ever experienced weren't a punishment, but a pilgrimage? That the men who shattered your illusions and left you standing in the rubble of a broken heart were not your ultimate prize, but your most necessary teachers? This isn't a story about finding the one. This is a mythic journey into the self, a psychological excavation of the unconscious contracts we make with the universe and the souls who show up to fulfill them. Imagine this. You're standing at a crossroads. Before you, a path of golden light, leading to a man who reflects your highest self, the life partner, the unshakable foundation. And yet, behind you, a swirling vortex of magnetic chaos, the Karmic Teacher, the soul who appears with a thunderclap to burn down everything you thought was real. Most women are so desperate for the golden path, they mistake the fire for a sunrise. They mistake the mirror reflecting their deepest wounds for a soulmate. This is the great deception, the ego's most cunning trick. The Karmic Teacher arrives as a storm, not as a gentle rain. He is a catalyst, a living embodiment of your unaddressed shadow. He will trigger your deepest insecurities, your unhealed trauma, your ancestral patterns of abandonment or unworthiness. He isn't here to stay. His purpose is to expose. Like a blacksmith, he forges you in the fire of emotional turmoil, stripping away the false layers of who you thought you were. He is a projection of the parts of yourself you have exiled, the need for validation, the fear of solitude, the desperate clinging to a narrative that no longer serves you. He is the mirror you've been afraid to look into, a living testament to the work you must do alone. You are drawn to him with a feral, almost primal force, a synchronicity, so powerful it feels like fate. But this isn't the gentle hand of destiny. It's the forceful shove of the cosmos, compelling you toward individuation, toward wholeness. The Stoic understands this. Marcus Aurelius spoke of accepting what is, of seeing obstacles not as curses, but as opportunities for virtue. This man is your obstacle. He is your amendment amour, the love of your fate, the embrace of the very thing that is meant to teach you. The life partner, on the other hand, doesn't arrive to tear you down. He arrives to build. His energy is one of quiet strength, of stable presence. He mirrors your wholeness, not your wounds. He is the anchor that allows you to explore the depths of your being without fear of being swept away by the current. He is the calm after the storm, the man you meet not when you are a girl yearning to be saved, but when you are a woman who has saved herself. He is an integration, a harmonious chord struck between two souls who have already done their shadow work. The relationship with him doesn't feel like a constant battle. It feels like a peaceful partnership. There is no desperate chase, no painful drama, no obsessive overthinking. It's a testament to the Jungian principle that we attract not who we want, but who we are. A woman who has integrated her shadow and reclaimed her power will not be drawn to the karmic storm. She will be drawn to the calm, steady ocean. So, how do you tell the difference? One leaves you exhausted, depleted, and questioning your sanity. The other leaves you feeling seen, cherished, and empowered. The Karmic Teacher's lessons are often shrouded in pain and confusion, a constant cycle of highs and lows. The life partner's presence is a consistent, nourishing force that facilitates your growth without demanding your disintegration. One teaches you who you are not, while the other confirms who you are. The Karmic Teacher is the external manifestation of an internal wound, while the life partner is the external manifestation of an internal victory. They are two sides of the same coin of destiny, but only one is meant to be a permanent part of your journey. The Karmic Teacher is not an accident. He is a consequence. He is the external echo of a fundamental choice you have yet to make, the choice to confront the parts of yourself you have exiled to the shadows. He arrives with an almost divine purpose, a messenger from the unconscious, carrying the very lessons you have been avoiding. Perhaps he is a man who is emotionally unavailable, a projection of your own fear of intimacy, a reflection of your unwillingness to be fully seen. His inability to commit is a mirror of your own deeper resistance to committing to yourself, to your own growth, to your own painful but necessary journey toward wholeness. This is the central paradox of these relationships. They feel like the deepest connection, yet they exist to force the ultimate separation. They are a kind of cosmic bait and switch. You feel an intense, undeniable bond, a recognition because you are, in fact, recognizing a part of yourself in him. His chaos resonates with your own unintegrated chaos. His avoidance triggers the primal wound of abandonment you may have carried since childhood. He is a walking, breathing prompt for your shadow work. Carl Jung insisted that the individuation process, the journey to become a whole, authentic self, demands the confrontation and integration of the shadow. You must meet the darkness within yourself. The Karmic Teacher is the one who shows you where to look, a painful but precise guide. He points a finger at your desperation, your people-pleasing, your fear of not being enough. He forces you to confront the question, are you in this relationship because you love him, or because you are terrified of being alone? The life partner, conversely, arrives after this work has begun. He is the reward for your courage. His presence is not a desperate need but a conscious choice. You do not need him to complete you because you have already completed yourself. He is the manifestation of your liberated energy, a soulmate that reflects your self-worth. There is a quiet confidence in this connection, an absence of the frantic push and pull. The bond is built on a foundation of mutual respect and admiration, not on the shifting sands of codependency. Where the Karmic Teacher is a mirror of your wounds, the life partner is a mirror of your victories. His love isn't a life raft, it's a celebration. He is a testament to the fact that when you stop seeking validation from others and begin to validate yourself, the universe responds with a person who honors your sovereignty. The Stoic masters would urge you to observe this dynamic with emotional detachment, not as a cold and unfeeling act, but as a practice of radical self-preservation. Seneca wrote about the importance of reason over passion. He would advise you to examine the relationship not through the lens of your burning desire, but through the clear, rational gaze of what serves your highest good. Does this person make you a better version of yourself, or a smaller, more anxious one? Is the love you receive stable and reliable, or erratic and conditional? The answers to these questions are not found in the grand declarations of love or the fleeting moments of intimacy, but in the mundane, day-to-day reality of the connection. The Karmic Teacher's lessons are found in the heartbreak, the missed calls, the anxious waiting. The life partner's presence is a quiet sermon on the beauty of consistency and emotional safety. One is a lesson, the other is a home. To mistake a teacher for a home is to condemn yourself to an endless state of homelessness, forever searching for a foundation in a place built for demolition. The distinction between the two men is not merely in their actions, but in their purpose. The Karmic Teacher is a mirror of your incomplete self, while the life partner is a mirror of your whole self. The former is a reflection of your unconscious wounds. The latter is a reflection of your conscious choices. Think of the Karmic Teacher as the unintegrated anima, the unconscious feminine energy within a man that projects onto a woman that he is either unwilling or unable to confront. This is a man who craves a deep, profound connection, but is terrified of its emotional demands. He is drawn to your light, but retreats from his own darkness. His commitment issues, his emotional unavailability, his hot and cold behavior are not about you. They are about his own unexamined psyche. He is, in a sense, a victim of his own unresolved past, and by extension, you become a participant in his psychological drama. The synchronicity here is that his wounds precisely match the blueprint of your own. You are drawn to his elusive nature because it resonates with your own belief, buried deep in the unconscious, that love is hard, that it must be earned through struggle, that you are not worthy of an easy, unconditional love. This is the shadow at work, a tragic dance of two souls projecting their unhealed parts onto each other. To stay with him is to remain a character in a play that is not your own, a drama that can never have a happy ending because its purpose is not to find a resolution, but to expose the wound. The life partner, on the other hand, has done his work. He has journeyed into his own depths, confronted his own shadows, and integrated his own anima. He is a man who is whole, not perfect, but whole. His presence is not a frantic demand for your attention or validation. It is a calm invitation into partnership. He doesn't need you to fix him because he has already undertaken the difficult task of fixing himself. The relationship with him is not a psychological battlefield. It is a sacred ground where two sovereign individuals come together to build a life, to share a journey, and to support each other's growth. There is no desperate chase, no fear of abandonment, no obsessive analysis of his every text message. This is the ultimate freedom that comes from choosing a partner who has already chosen himself. Seneca, the great Stoic, spoke of living in accordance with nature. He would argue that a life lived in constant emotional turmoil, dependent on the unpredictable actions of another, is a life against nature. The Karmic Teacher traps you in this unnatural state. He is a whirlpool of emotion that prevents you from reaching the shore of your own inner peace. The life partner, however, is a steady current that helps you navigate toward it. This is not about finding the perfect man, but about becoming the whole woman. Your choice of partner is a direct reflection of your inner state. When you are broken, you will attract broken people. When you are whole, you will attract whole people. The universe, in its elegant and sometimes painful way, is simply mirroring your inner reality back to you. The key is to stop trying to force the mirror to show you a different image, and instead, to change the reflection. The Karmic Teacher's purpose is to initiate you into a state of profound self-awareness, a brutal and necessary process of stripping away the delusions that have kept you small. He is the external force that compels you to look inward. His hot and cold behavior is designed to trigger your deepest wounds of unworthiness, forcing you to ask, not what is wrong with him, but why do I believe I am worthy of this treatment? This is the moment of reckoning, the pivotal turn in your journey toward individuation. The pain he inflicts is a mirror, showing you the pain you have been carrying for years, the pain you have refused to acknowledge. He is a surgeon with a blunt instrument, cutting away the necrotic tissue of your ego's need for external validation. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism becomes not just an intellectual concept, but a survival guide. Epictetus taught that we are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them. The Karmic Teacher isn't the source of your suffering, your attachment to an outcome you cannot control island. The suffering arises from your desperate clinging to a person who is here to teach you detachment. He is the master of non-attachment, a living lesson in letting go. When you finally release the need for him to be different, when you relinquish the narrative that he is your destiny, you reclaim your power. You realize that your happiness, your worth, and your peace are not contingent on his affection. This is the ultimate freedom. The moment you stop begging for a seat at a table you should have walked away from long ago, you realize that your own sovereignty is the only true home you will ever have. The life partner arrives only when you have completed this pilgrimage. He is the reflection of a woman who has become her own North Star. She is a woman who has integrated her shadows, faced her fears, and built a life that she loves independently of any man. He is drawn to her completeness, not her neediness. The relationship isn't a life-saving mission, it's an enriching partnership. There is a fundamental difference in the energy. With the Karmic Teacher, the energy is one of constant friction, of pushing and pulling. With a life partner, the energy is one of harmonious flow. It's not that there are no challenges, but that they are met with a unified front, not with emotional chaos. This is the great myth of modern romance, the search for the one who will complete you. But the Jungian truth is that the only person who can complete you is you. The Karmic Teacher is the one who forces you to begin that work, a spiritual bootcamp designed to forge you into the woman you were always meant to be. He is the necessary fire that burns away the dross of your old self. The life partner is the cool, clean air that fills your lungs after the fire has passed. He is the quiet celebration of a journey well traveled, a gentle reminder that the love you have found in another is only a reflection of the love you have finally found for yourself. The universe is not a cruel joke, it is a profound teacher. It sends you a storm when you need to learn to swim, and it gives you a safe harbor only after you have become the master of your own vessel. Ultimately, the Karmic Teacher is the man who arrives to initiate a death, the death of the old self, the self that believed its worth was dependent on external validation. This is a profound and terrifying process. It is the ego's greatest fear realized, to be stripped of all its attachments, all its certainties, and left with nothing but the raw, unvarnished truth of who you are. This man is the catalyst for a radical act of self-love, the decision to choose yourself, your peace, and your sanity over a relationship that offers only crumbs of affection. When you finally walk away, it is not a defeat, it is the most powerful victory you will ever know. It is the moment you reclaim the parts of your soul you scattered in a desperate attempt to hold on to someone who was never meant to be a permanent fixture in your life. This act of detachment is not a cold, unfeeling abandonment. It is the highest form of self-respect. It is the recognition that you are worthy of a love that is whole, a love that doesn't demand your emotional and psychological disintegration as a price of admission. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. The Karmic Teacher is a thing beyond your control. You cannot change him. You cannot love him into a different man. Your freedom lies in your ability to accept this truth and release your grip on a fate that was never yours to begin with." This is the final and most difficult lesson he has to teach you. The life partner, then, is the divine consequence of this spiritual liberation. He is the man who finds you in the aftermath, standing in the stillness of your reclaimed power. He is drawn to the woman who is no longer chasing, no longer begging, no longer a damsel in distress waiting to be saved. He is the man who sees and honors your completeness. The relationship with him is a testament to the Jungian concept of synchronicity, a meaningful and purposeful co-occurrence of events. You meet him at the precise moment you are ready, not a moment sooner. The universe, in its perfect timing, orchestrates your paths to cross when both of you have done the arduous internal work required to build a conscious, lasting partnership. There is a final, critical distinction. The Karmic Teacher leaves you with a question: what must I learn about myself? The life partner leaves you with a statement: this is who I am, and I am worthy of this love. The former is a process, the latter is a state of being. The journey is not about finding the perfect man, but about becoming the woman who no longer needs a teacher disguised as a partner. It is about understanding that the love you are looking for outside of yourself is the love you have been withholding from yourself all along. When you finally give it to yourself, the universe will send you a man who can not only receive it, but who can reflect it back to you in a way that feels like coming home. This is the true end of the pilgrimage, the realization that the journey was never about him, but always, always about you. And